up, guys? Back.
What's up, family?
Episode 9. Feeling good. I like the traction we've been picking up too.
More traction than my car tires. Knee slapper.
He wants to be a comedian, I guess, when he grows up. All right. let's just get into it. Episode 9. We're gonna talk about some. What you want to talk about?
Anxiety.
You gotta stop drinking the Monster. You gotta stop drinking the Monster.
About that was the episode.
You gotta stop drinking the Monster.
We want to discuss anxiety, guys. I know we talked about it briefly before.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna get brought up a lot though. It's all about mental health. So, but I feel like we want to talk about this because, like I said, I've been picking up traction, and we've been talking to some people, obviously outside of here, outside of the comments, and someone brought it up to me.
It's outside of the comments. Good.
Because that's all they could see is the comments. Someone brought it up to me, and they said, they really, really like the podcast. Like, every Monday, they're just glued to the TV, and they put it on, and anywhere they're at, they're on their phone, whatever, they really like it. But they feel, and we're not doing this because of what they're saying, but it made sense to us when we spoke about it. They feel like, so they asked me, what are you talking about with mental health? And then, my answer was broad, and, just like, we're talking about mental health, what people go through. And it was like, yeah, but what's inside mental health? And then we spoke about it, and we kind of thought breaking it down in a way to where people can understand more, like depression, anxiety, panic attacks, like all that stuff that.
Would you say that is symptoms of mental health? What people consider as symptoms?
I mean, mental health is a sickness. It
depends on how you perceive mental health, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is why we made this.
Telling you that is that's just the way they perceive and the way they see us.
What they're saying is, yeah, we spoke about it, but they want us to talk about how mental health breaks down in our head. Like what makes us have the mental health that we have? Why do
trauma?
Yeah, exactly, like stuff like that.
Life experiences.
What they were saying, like, we kind of didn't talk about that. We just went straight to talking about dealing with your mental health and social life, dealing with your mental health and grieving, but they was like, what's in the mental health? Like, what's in the mental health to make it hard for you?
Disclaimer alert. None of us are professionals. We're just talking.
No, of course. And that's why I said
what we feel for most part, and see if we can relate to others, and they can help us bring back to episode 1 the whole purpose behind it. No,
100%. But that's why I was telling you before. Like, I like how it's going now, where people are
really loud
communicating. I'm loud, for real?
Yeah.
Damn, my bad, y'all. I like how, like, the people's communicating with us and letting us know the input and stuff like that. Like, that's what we always talk about at the end of every episode. We want your input, we want your feedback, and that was one of them. So that's why we kind of decided to dissect.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah, we wanted to dissect what was going on inside of our mental health, if that makes sense. So that's
break it down a little bit. I guess the way we see it.
Yeah, so that's kind of why we want to talk about anxiety right now. What it means to us. Again, because we're not professionals, like he just said, so we can't tell you exactly what it means. Everybody have a different thought of what anxiety might mean to them. How it makes us feel. What it's like dealing with anxiety. Different coping mechanisms we do, what triggers it for us and stuff like that. And again, we understand anxiety can go with everything. It could go with the depression, it could go with the panic attacks.
I feel like they all tie together.
Yeah, it is. But we're just going to try to pick at it differently, because maybe, like we said, maybe somebody watching can help us out in that particular section of it. Like, they'll be like, I don't know too much about the depression, but I know anxiety does this.
Remember, I told you, I met some guy when I was doing one of my stops, and he said that he never really suffered from depression, but recently he's been having a lot of anxiety and panic attacks from what his doctor told him. He didn't understand it, and he's much older than us, probably by like 15 years, 20, and he just started recently feeling these things, and he went to like therapy for it and all that because he didn't understand these feelings. So based off of what the therapist was trying to tell him, well, how you would say, when they diagnose you, diagnose, right?
Yeah, diagnose.
So he was telling me that they believed that he had one of his first panic attacks, and it was due from a lot of anxiety and being overwhelmed in life. And like I said, like I was saying, he never experienced that, so it was new
Right.
to him. He said he never been mentally depressed, never felt depression before, but that this was very new to him. So to everybody's different. Like I feel like anxiety's been bothering me my entire life. I think that's probably one of my biggest things that triggers and go into my mental depression is the damn anxiety, the creeping and all that.
Right.
Feels
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the person watching you behind doors, like poking their eyes out, like peekaboo.
No, I think you got schizophrenia.
Probably. I only slept 2 hours, guys, today. So
Oh my God, here it goes.
you know, seriously, 2 hours.
Go
That's
ahead.
crazy.
Want to tell me any more?
2 hours.
Yeah. So anxiety, man. Let's talk about it. So kind of what we understand about anxiety, because again, we talk about this outside of the camera. I mean, mental health is not only spoken about when we press record here. We talk about it almost every day. What we understand about anxiety is that it is like the top of the mall, kind of, if that makes sense. Again, I mean,
What?
I'm trying to
Top of the mall.
I'm top of like depression, on top of,
You said the
Like-
mall though.
I didn't say the mall. You trying to make
You
me.
just said on top of the mall.
You're trying to get me again, man.
Man, I'm really losing sleep. It's crazy. This
Yeah,
light is
you're
affecting
going
me.
crazy.
That's cool. Cause we'll see it anyway. We'll play it back.
Yeah, so
Oh, you try to say it on top of them all.
on top of them all. That's
No,
what I
you
said.
said top of the mall. All right, just go ahead, man.
Why you want to go on top of the mall?
Yeah, apparently your anxiety's sitting up there waiting for you.
No, your schizophrenia is.
That'd be crazy.
So it's the most common mental disorder ranked right now, I guess, and
Rank
that's what it said.
is
So
ranked the highest, Orlando. This guy, man.
what are you really trying to catch me so bad? You're not going to get me. I don't know what you're trying to do. You're not going to get me. I don't know what you're doing.
You're messing up.
So it's a couple of notes we wrote down. Stuff we talked about. Again, this is like kind of like our personal experience with it, what we know about it personally, and stuff like that. We're not trying to come up here and tell you how to deal with it, what to do with it. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's just because I talk to a lot of people during the day, and just
You
I
got
feel like I got-
anxiety right now.
I gotta, yeah, because it's like I gotta keep explaining, but it's like just watch the video, man, and take it how you want and dissect it how you want. But it says anxiety, could come from many things, come from childhood trauma, stress, social pressure.
Social pressure, yeah. I guess what it falls into peer pressure and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm
Remember
guessing,
that time when they made you do that as a kid?
don't do that.
Yeah.
Relax,
I ain't gonna
man.
say it. Just go ahead, man. I'm tired.
Yo, this
Don't
guy
give me
is,
anxiety talking about this.
this
damn
guy
anxiety
is
stuff.
off the freaking monster, yo.
We're talking about peer pressure.
Um,
Calm.
Childhood trauma. Let's start with childhood trauma. I mean, we know a lot about that, right? So
Yeah, but I can't put too much. I feel like people get sensitive when I talk about my childhood trauma. I don't want to.
so what, man? It's not their podcast, it's ours.
It's for the people. Hoorah.
All right, Trump.
Yo. Don't do that.
What? Yo? Yeah, so childhood trauma. I mean, anxiety could definitely come from there. I mean,
You feel like your anxiety started at childhood trauma? Or, I mean, do you feel like your anxiety is. Yeah. Do you feel like your anxiety came from your childhood trauma, I guess? Or do when
I'ma
do you,
say
when
some
do
of
you
it.
first?
I mean-
when do you feel like you first recognized your anxiety, or realized that you felt anxious, or this is anxiety? Now that you know what anxiety is, because I'm pretty sure back then you didn't realize what it was.
I like this. I feel like you're my therapist. So you're asking me questions, and I'm
I
trying.
was trying to be a therapist when I grew up, but looked up the word and it wasn't the correct thing I was going for.
You don't know what you're talking about. Just be quiet. Yeah, childhood trauma and anxiety. I mean, I feel like for a lot of people though, how can that not,
All right, boom. What was one event in your life from childhood that gave you anxiety?
school? I mean, every kid had anxiety going to school.
You used to get your ass whooped.
What are you talking
You
about?
used to get bullied. That's why.
No, you
He said
dumbass. I'm
school.
just it's school. Like school. I feel like school did a lot to a lot of kids. I mean, how can what I'm talking about? Like,
It did. Public
some
schools in Philadelphia.
yeah, that's
They'll make
what,
you man up if you wasn't a
yeah,
man
that's
before.
what I'm saying. Like public schools in Philly, man.
Teachers out there throwing hands with you.
You want your kid to grow up, be a grown man, put him in public school. He'll be a grown man by 7th grade. But yeah, man, I feel like, you go to school, like me back then going to school, and I feel like that's where I kind of found my anxiety, to be honest. I mean, like I said, I got some stories. I mean, some of these episodes, I used to cry for no reason. I didn't know what it was. I was just in that joint scared. Like,
I walk by the hallway and see you crying. I start crying. What the fuck going on?
it was crazy. I mean, I don't know. Like, imagine being a kid, you got bad grades. Everybody know you got bad grades. Everybody think you stupid. That's going to cause anxiety on you.
I thought you was really stupid. You went to summer school like 3 times, and I still can't believe that. I don't know why you was going to summer school.
I never went to summer school.
You went to
middle
Hunter
school. I went to summer school and high school, and that was one time because I was cutting every day.
I cut probably 1 year, maybe 3 days a week, and I still didn't fail.
All right. What you want, a cookie?
High school was not hard.
It wasn't hard.
So
I was never there.
Probably was a little stupid on the line.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to my childhood anxiety.
Mr. Hardy, 2 + 2.
What are you talking about, man?
Oh
guy,
man.
yo. So yeah, man, I feel like that was, I mean, I wouldn't call it a childhood trauma. It was just school just gave me a bunch of anxiety. I feel like that's where it started early in my life, is school, and it just, you got the pressure of wanting to be a good kid, a good student. But you go to school, you're alone. You're figuring everything out on yourself. So it's like you want to hang with the kids that's always having fun, which most of the time the fun kids were always the troublemakers. But then you want to also do good in school because, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, me back then, even as a kid, I will always think differently because I'll be like, if I'm doing this, I'm embarrassing my parents. That's what I thought about. Other kids don't think like that. They just think.
I probably didn't think about it that way, to be honest.
Yeah, I used to think like that. Like, I'm embarrassing my parents. Like, if people call me a dumb kid or if I go home with an F on my report card, like, that was the anxiety always on my mind.
That's because you was getting bad grades, you see?
So, like, when teachers used to come to me like, hey, listen, I'm going to put you in the corner, son. Like, now all day is messed up on me. Like, I feel like everybody look at me like, look at this dummy, man. Like, he about to sit in the corner desk. Like, so stuff like that. Or if I did something embarrassing the day before and I go to school the next day, when I'm waiting to go into school,
thinking about
like they all gonna start talking about it again. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't want to bring that up again. Like, again, I wouldn't say that's a childhood trauma in school, but
I guess you was getting it. Definitely could be anxiety though.
But I feel like
anxiety.
school was a big part for me. School was a big part for me. I'm kind of a person who likes staying to themselves and stuff like that. So when I was out there in the public and just alone, I feel like sometimes it's just so many emotions just ran through me. I'll just caught anxiety. So I kind of figured that out at an early age too. So that I figured I knew more where it came from than just saying, "Oh, I don't know, I'm scared." But like, no, it was just my anxiety. Again, I wouldn't call it a trauma, but I still think about school to this day. So I don't know how people want to take that, but do you know?
School for sure, but I think mine's probably will go back to maybe. I can't even say before, because when you're young, you don't really know when it's like there. But I know for a fact that school was a big part of it, and some of the things you were saying, I felt the same. But for some reason, mine was like bedtime. Like as a kid, I don't know what it was, but I had so much anxiety. Like when I had to get called inside as a kid to get ready, like, hey, it's time to come in, say goodnight to your friends, and get ready for the next day. I used to get like an anxiety rush, and at night, like laying down, and eventually that came into a panic attack for most of my nights. So mine's went hand to hand, anxiety with panic attacks.
Yeah,
they connected big time. And I'll be honest, I'm gonna be straightforward. My panic attacks, and it still happens to this day, and it's some real shit. Like I think about death, and I just always think about like when I'm gonna die or how I'm gonna die. I think about it at nighttime, where I think about now that I have children, I'd be like, damn, man, I'm really gonna die one day, but am I gonna lead them the right way? Or when I was a kid, it was more of like, I guess, thinking of my parents leaving and leaving this earth and what would happen. That used to bother me
those days. I used to hate
so
that.
much, and I was like,
we
fuck.
used to run in my moon. My
He said
God,
my moon.
Why can I?
This guy,
They're gonna kill me with
guy's
this, man.
talking
They're
in
gonna
a different
kill me with
alphabet. He said,
used to
I'm a mood.
used to I don't know what's going on, man. You used to run in my room sometimes crying, and I was like, "What happened?" And he was
I
like,
wouldn't know.
"Mommy gonna die." And I used to run to our mom's room because I thought something happened to her, and she would just be there freaking watching Michael Jackson videos or something. And it's like, what the hell are you talking about? And
That shit.
I
Or
guess-
then it's just weird. Or certain like TV shows triggered it. Like I used to watch Adult
man.
Swim at night. I don't know if people know. I know a lot of people know Adult Swim, but like I used to enjoy it. It was weird. Like I would love to watch Robot Chicken and all that, but once it comes on, I used to get anxiety. I'm like, the fuck? But I kind of needed it. I don't know. It probably has to do honestly when like my dad used to just like leave at night. It happened so many times. I know probably people don't like be like, oh, why you say all them things in bash? Because I heard somebody say it over him. Just like don't mean it in a bad way. You know what I mean? I'm just talking about like what I guess like the time when I think about anxiety and depression when I was a child, most of the times come back to moments in that area. So I gotta be honest about it. And that's I'm still trying to figure it out, you know. But it was just like I used to get anxiety like when my pop used to leave sometimes, or like if he go out for a beer, or you know whatever he was doing.
so
play
we
with the
we
guys.
both could narrow it down and say our anxiety started at a young age.
Very young, yeah.
Yeah, because
And
some
I-
people
and
it starts different.
Still
Some people
deal with
starts
it. And
different.
like I said,
Some people starts when they become a parent, when they start a new
Yeah.
career.
like the guy just saying he just got his first anxiety attack, and he's probably like pushing 50, and he was telling me I think it was about like selling his first house and changing jobs after he'd been in his career for like 20 years. So it just comes from so many different areas. Mine came from more of like scary areas. I guess I was afraid of stuff, but the anxiety came behind it. Now these days, the anxiety come like I have this big anxiety thing now. Like every time I'm on my last stop for work, it happens mostly almost every day now. I'll get anxiety because I'm feeling the urge of rushing to go home and doing what I have to do and take care of the business at home. Like if I got to cook or clean or help out or pick up the children from the babysitter and like just rush my time of being with them. And I feel like my day is wasted. And I feel like all I did was work for a company. It's just like, I don't know. I get so much anxiety from that. And especially when nighttime come and I'm still wide awake and I'm like, I don't want to go to sleep and repeat this day tomorrow. And it's crazy 'cause I'm saying repeat this day tomorrow, but that's how sometimes I look at it. Like I'm just stuck in that. I want to use the term rat race like we did in the other episode, but
You're
that's how you
stuck
feel
in a
like
matrix.
stuck in a matrix, I guess people can say, yeah.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
I mean,
I'd say
yeah.
as my anxiety triggered as a young kid. I
Yeah.
can't really say what age, but I know it started very
Yeah,
very
I mean,
young.
I don't think anybody could really be like, "Oh, it happened when I was 7 years old." I mean, some it was real traumatic, maybe, yeah, but I don't know. I feel like that's kind of hard to really narrow pinpoint it. But another way anxiety is causes with stress. So I mean, we know a lot about that. So that's for it's hard to really say.
Stress is a big factor.
Everybody has stress. I would think everybody has anxiety, but it's like people deal with stress differently. You know what I'm talking about? People deal with stress differently. So some people can have stress and not have anxiety. I mean, again, that's what I think personally, but I feel like when I start stressing about certain things, my anxiety definitely kicks in. Definitely. Because a lot of the things I stress about is basically where I want a certain part of my life to be, kind of like I'm 31 and I feel like at 31 I should have this, I should have that, I should have this. So it kind of stresses me out when I don't. But then again, like, and I don't compare my life to anyone, but when I start comparing to other people that I know that's my age, I have a lot more than some of those people. You know what I'm talking about? It's not to throw those people down or to bash them. It's just sometimes I have to sit back and not stress so much about the things I don't have because I
That's your inner self telling you that.
yeah, like I have to be grateful for what I do have. And it's not that I want things. It's just I feel like I put so much pressure on myself to have certain things at a certain time. It's not
Realistic?
have certain things like I want a new car because I deserve one, or
You
I
want a
want
car? Want a car? Car for nobody. Gotta do the laugh.
freaking dummy. But yeah, like we go back to that. I feel like a lot of the stuff that causes my stress is like a lot of us. I mean, it has to do with me personally. I can kind of like tone that back and bring it back a little bit to where I could be like, yo, let's start, thinking realistically. You're doing good. Your family's doing good. You have a good job. You have all the stuff you need. So a lot of times I tell myself like, I'm 31. I should, be somewhere else doing something else. But I'm like, no, man, like you're doing good. You're doing good. You're okay. And I feel like that's when my anxiety start kicking in, because then I start questioning that. Am I really okay, man? I feel like a loser. Like I feel like, but it's like, it's just the stress. Stress. People deal with stress differently, like I said.
For you,
But-
is when you stress, it start triggering it. That's what it
Oh,
sounds like.
100%. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
triggering it, and then you're basically battling with yourself, trying to give yourself reasons to calm the hell down.
yeah.
Like, hey, don't get there. You're good. You're fine.
Yeah, man. It's just
stress.
stress. I mean,
I get that, but when I was younger, I don't think stress really factored in, because
Yeah, I
I didn't
don't
really
think we-
stress as. I don't think you. I don't know how other kids. I mean, stress
kids-
about other
kids can
stuff as a
stress,
kid.
man.
Yeah,
Kids
stress
could,
about other
kids
stuff.
could definitely stress. Having a very toxic home, mother and father type stuff.
Yeah,
Arguing
you
every
stress
day.
because you're worried about.
Yeah,
especially
they're
when you get to certain
stressing. I
ages, you
mean,
start
so
worrying
we can't-
about all this
We
stuff.
can't really put stress on an age, I'm talking about, like, because I feel like kids do stress. I mean, we kind of see it sometimes with our little cousins. They'll come up to us and say the most
Oh, they
random
be- yeah,
shit in the
they be-
world,
they stress
and they
about certain
stressing
things.
about that. And I'm like, bro, you're like 11 years old. Relax. But it is what it is. But again, people deal with stress differently. But my stress for myself is more of, I'm not satisfied with myself. Like, I feel like I should always be doing more. I feel like that's where a lot of my stress come from. Like, I should be having multiple businesses by now, not just the one, we have when we starting. And I should be more, what's that word I'm trying to look for? Like,
John.
I mean, more John. Somebody
From
gonna get
Philly,
somebody gonna get that. Somebody
mentioned,
gonna get
like,
that.
I could relate.
But I want to just go more into it. I should be more busy, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like sometimes, and it's weird because like today I just did like a 12-hour shift, and I came home and I sat there and I'm like, I should be doing something. Like, I should be fixing something in this house or something like that. And again, that's myself stressing myself out, saying that I gotta keep moving. Because I'm talking like it's just me and being the man that I am, and dealing with my mental health of always wanted to be better, which not better than anyone, but like better than my yesterday self. Like, that's just me stressing myself out, and then that's when anxiety kicks in, and then now my anxiety just shutting me down. That's another thing too, man. Like, when you going through that anxiety little session that you're going through, it can shut you down.
My anxiety sometimes turn into a little like anger. I start getting upset.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll say spaz out. Like, I control my emotions so much better now, but I just get upset at myself, and I'll be getting upset like just at not even people, that just get upset in general, and it's because I know I'm going through something and I can't get over it, and it gets me so upset, or I'm just stressing about bullshit, like stuff that I gotta do every day. I just start stressing about it, and the same thing, not enough, and it's just like
Yeah,
it's never ending. We can go buy property number 2 tomorrow, and not gonna be satisfied.
I know that's the crazy part. And I feel like we definitely have to work on that. I feel like it's hard because, I mean, obviously not, a lot of people don't know what's here, but it's just like how we grew up. I feel like, talking about like we kind of came from nothing.
Like I
so
said on the one episode, like we set the bar so high for each other and for ourselves, and we know that. So even when we're not around each other, we just have our bar so high for for ourselves. And I guess that's what it comes down to. You just stop laughing, man. You buy. I'm still
guy's
tired.
an
Listen,
idiot,
he
man.
said he worked 12 hours. I worked 12 hours too, man. I've been up since 2 a.m. Right now it's 6 p.m. So I'm tired,
baby
man.
stuff.
And we here making a video because we know it has to get done. Because not,
this was
may
another
sound
thing.
selfish.
This,
Not
this
only-
right here, perfect example.
yeah, exactly.
Because this right here is what was stressing me out the past 2 fucking weeks. We missed 2 weeks of fucking recording, and it was fucking stressing me out. I think one time during the weekend, I was just done. I'm just sitting there, and Lissette's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm just like, "I'm a loser. I'm
Wow.
done.
Man.
This is it." Like,
Man, I open the videos Monday morning. I say, we fucking losers. You get 10 views.
it's crazy. I mean, I'm not really worried about the views.
Thank you for the people who's watching.
Thank you for the 10 viewers. But man,
It's
this is a perfect example.
That,
like, that's crazy.
That right there, that part. I think we talk about stress a lot, but that's what leads to just anxiety.
That gave me bad anxiety because I was thinking like, why you sitting like that?
Because I'm agreeing with you. I'm listening. I'm like
Crazy,
visualizing
man.
it as you speak, and I'm thinking about it. I'm comfortable.
But you sitting like, well,
like I'm like, Mom, that's crazy.
yo, there's something wrong with this guy.
For one, it's a little chilly down here. For two, again, I had no sleep. I am tired.
Yo,
and,
this guy's crazy.
Y'all see, I'm drinking this monster, man. I'm here, and I still gotta do stuff after this. So
Yeah,
it just
but
doesn't stop. I'm anxious. I'm a little anxious right now, just because of the fact that I still got stuff to do, and because of the news I heard today about what I got Friday. I got a big test coming up Friday, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm anxious, and honestly, I know I'm kind of switching up here. I'm not. It's still talking about anxiety, but the part of anxiety is like when you have the anxiety and you know you got to do something, I kind of get afraid sometimes and I don't want to do it. And I'd rather be comfortable in my comfort zone so I don't feel the anxiety. But I know at the end of the day, I'm like, you better fucking go do it because you have to do it for one, for yourself. For two, this is shit that you've been asking for. And when the opportunity arises, hey,
You gotta
Go
take
do
full
it.
effect on it.
you have to.
Full
You have-
throttle. Can't slow down on that.
Even if it doesn't work out, and since I preach that, I gotta be the prime example of doing it. If it doesn't work out, it's fine. What's somebody gonna say? Didn't work out for you, loser. It's cool. I tried.
Yeah, I mean that's
You know,
Just do
it. Hey, Nike.
just do it.
Just do it.
Like I'm gonna keep saying forever and ever. This is why I love Nike, man. Just do it. I mean, it's a perfect, probably the perfect slogan in the
One of
world.
the best slogans.
Just do it. I mean, what's the freaking worst that can happen? You know what I'm talking about? So that would give me that would give me anxiety too.
Yeah,
But I feel like
going off the anxiety from stress. Anxiety makes me feel like afraid sometimes. Anxiety makes me feel rushed. Anxiety send like just freaking brain frequencies throughout my whole body, and I just feel like I can't control it sometimes. It takes control. You know, you could just sit there or stand there, whatever you're doing, and you notice it. Now I can honestly pinpoint it out. Like when I was a kid, I didn't understand what it was when I was going through, like I said before.
Oh, yeah.
But now when I'm feeling certain things, I could be like, damn, I'm feeling depressed. Or, ooh, this is anxiety. I definitely know this is anxiety. Or when I had my panic attack, I know it was a panic attack now.
But you could talk your way out of it now.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I don't know if I talk my way out of it.
Not talk your way, but like coach your way
myself,
through it.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like mental health, it's always a workout. You know what I'm talking about? You're just gonna work that out. And I feel like this with a lot of things though. You know, it goes back to a lot of things, 100%. I kind of want to talk about something different in anxiety. But I guess we could just still keep going about that. But
remember, we're gonna come back to this again. Like anxiety would never.
Oh yeah.
So as long as we talking about mental health, guys, you guys are gonna always realize, like you guys know, whoever suffering from mental health, that anxiety is gonna be there, depression is gonna be there. And these are, we're just from what listening to each other speak is we're just seeing little factors of what triggers our anxiety at this point, or what connects to it, how we feel about it, and the pressure of it. Pressure is real.
Yeah, 100%, man. But like he just said, you're gonna keep hearing it. But I wanted to bring that up to you guys just in case you be like, oh, you talked about it already. But we feel like with the stuff that we're talking about, that is so much information we could throw out there, or so much examples, or so much stories, especially when we start bringing guests along.
Gets like anxiety now, because I feel like we could talk about a million things, and it's so hard that we
100%,
get
100%. So, with that being said, like, we're definitely gonna have other episodes touching up on what we already spoke about, only because, like everything you do in life, once you do it, and then you be like, damn, I could have said something else for that. We feel like that almost after every episode. So some of the episodes
you come back
we do
to it.
is
Or
gonna
like
be
when you submit an essay in school, and
You be like,
you'd be like,
"Dang, I could've
damn,
put
I
this."
forgot that important
Yeah.
important evidence.
Yeah, 100%.
If my little brother was here, he would tell you he's getting his master, so I'm pretty sure he cites everything, but he can't cite a damn way to come on the podcast, huh?
I guess not. What a loser. But yeah, man. So we definitely gonna be going back on what we said a little bit, kind of like touching up and stuff like that. And another announcement. Thank you for the guys, not for the guys. Thank you for our supporters that's still watching the video up to this point, because we've been getting some feedback about our videos being too long. So we're gonna try to fix that up too. And
Well, some people like it because they say the hour goes by quick. Like most of our videos is anywhere from 58 minutes, I know, to like hour 19.
yeah,
And it's what we got 8 videos. This is number 9. So it's we appreciate the feedback on everything. That's why we want to come up with more shorts like YouTube reels and all that, just to grab the audience attention and capture like funny moments through mental health, because nobody. Speaking about mental health, we want to bring a ray of sunshine and shine a light on it. It's not all about
100%.
just sitting here crying and being sad. Oh yeah, probably see me tear up a couple episodes. They
we
probably
said that in the first episode too.
Yeah,
though. We don't want to be serious every time, because that's not even us. Like, we talk about some crazy stuff off camera, like some crazy deep personal things that was so traumatic in our life, and we would turn it to a joke. And sometimes, like, his wife or my girlfriend, they'll be like, "That's not even funny," but it's like, to us, like, that's our thing, man. That's what we do.
I get anxiety. I'm looking like, what? I
But
guess
it's
it's
like,
only okay to us.
yeah,
But
like
that's how it is for people.
that's what we do, man. And that's why I told him, like, so far I feel like we've been doing good. I mean, obviously the first, I'm gonna say 3 to 4 episodes, was a little bit. We was nervous. Obviously, you could say that we were still new to this, but we was learning along the way, and I feel like we're getting kind of more comfortable now, to where I want to, like I told him, I want to show people like who we really are, man.
Yeah,
we're
never
serious.
fake, man.
I mean, this is, and this.
I was just watching the last episode. We were just saying like, why are you talking like you're depressed? I'm like, well, every episode I'm not happy. It's just
that was
different
funny as hell.
moves. But no, I was trying to get more serious, like you're saying. But I'm much more comfortable speaking in front of our little setup and talking, because the feedback is what's helping. Like, I'm telling you, I'll be honest with the viewers. Like, sometimes I don't want to do the videos. It's not because I don't want to do it with my brother, or just because speaking about mental health, but sometimes I'm just, not that I'm lazy either. It's just sometimes it's difficult speaking about certain things, and sometimes it's just a little overwhelming. But when it's all said and done, I'm like, it's good that was said. It's good that was posted online.
Yeah.
It's good that somebody commented on this. It's good that somebody gave me some feedback, negative or positive, on it. So if I say like, oh, I heard this about it and I need to change this, or if you think I'm upset about it, I'm not. I appreciate all the feedback.
Yeah,
You know,
100%.
it doesn't bother me.
And
The
a
whole
lot
thing is
of
about growth, and I'm
yeah.
learning to grow my entire life from now. Well, you're 31. I'm almost 30, so I'm just developing to being the guy I always wanted to be.
Yeah, man, and a lot of times I feel like a lot of things we say, not even a lot, but because I noticed we
Calm
do that.
down. He's
What? Relax, man. You stay trying to get me, yo. But fucking a lot of some of the things we throw in here too, like, we kind of do on purpose. I notice, just so we can receive feedback. This guy is Stone Cold Steve Austin today. I don't know what the hell's going on, but yeah, like,
Make sure that one drip on the carpet, man.
some of the things we
It's
do
empty,
now,
though.
we just I feel like we do it, so someone can comment on that and say something, because like we said, man, we like talking to people.
Yo,
and
it
just,
sound like you got a list. You said
don't, man, you keep interrupting me. That's when I get my anxiety. You see that?
Good.
I get my anxiety now. I can't speak no more, and we gotta learn English.
Well, the reason why I keep bringing it is because I heard like 3 people already tell me that we can't speak English. And that's fucked up, because that's like our primary language. I guess that's part of us getting nervous, probably. Well, to me, I just get nervous and I just go get flabbergasted, kind of. Go ahead.
Flabbergasted.
Mm-hmm.
You Bugs Bunny?
I don't think he ever said that. You probably got the wrong character, wrong cartoon.
He said I'm flabbergasted. But
Forgot
yeah,
what he
man.
said.
Another thing, man, like, doing these episodes, every time we come up to record, I have anxiety. And in my mind too, I got this thing where I measure my depression, I measure my anxiety, I measure my panic attacks, I measure my mental health overall, I measure it. And for example, before we come on here, I always have anxiety. All the time. I call that my small anxiety. That's my small anxiety. For me, my small anxiety is something like I just said now, before I come on here, I know nothing's crazy going to happen, or, I'm not going to get my ass whooped if we don't record a good episode or something like that. But it's just my small anxiety is, oh my God, I'm about to come on here, I'm going to talk. People about to see this. Like, it's just stuff like that. That's one example for my small anxiety. Like, I got small, medium, and big anxiety. That's what I call them. But
You didn't even say large.
why would I have to say
You said
large or
small,
I say
medium,
big?
and big.
Y'all know the size. Y'all get it. But yeah, man, that's how we take it, and we just, I don't know. I feel like
Better stop looking at me. You better
No, I'm
what
just-
you gotta say.
no, I know what to say. I just feel like I'm trying to explain it. Like I just said, man, I'm trying to explain it to other people so that they could just talk, they could just speak, man. Like,
That's the
I
way
want
you
you-
determine your anxiety. You just said you basically have a scale and you categorize your anxiety levels. You got small, medium, then you got big. You don't got large.
all right, I call it. You want me to call it large? I call it large.
Just keep it simple. That's why he fucking went to summer school, because you don't know nothing.
It's still the same
He
thing.
just said,
Big and large.
how
is
many
the same
sizes
thing.
is it? He said small, medium, big.
Is big and large the same thing? Please let
When
him
you
know.
go to Starbucks, what's bigger, a venti or
I've never been to Starbucks. I wouldn't know that.
cap?
You want a car?
You're not doing my thing. Well, mine the res.
You want a car? You got bubblegum pink?
Yeah, that's my stuff. Mama res, dude.
And yeah, man, this episode I feel like is a lot of information. I know we're not talking about
We're
it that
definitely
much,
not
but
gonna get over the fact that it's so much more to talk about anxiety. We won't cover it all. That's what I'm saying. This is
that's what I'm saying. It's hard, and I don't want to keep talking too long already. I feel like we've been talking. What? How long it been? Like 40 minutes already?
Nah. I'm watching this boxing fight. Some two randoms, but
It's been like
probably
40
like
minutes.
35 is it? We had to do a couple.
Yeah,
edits
so
and
it's
stuff.
like, I'm trying to give you information. I'm trying to keep some information. It's hard, man. But
we'll have a.
that's
we'll have a
another
lot
thing
more
that's
episodes
triggering my
for you
anxiety
guys.
again. There you go again. Like I'm trying to make it good for certain people. I'm trying to make it better for other people. It's just, and no,
You
I'm not
can't
doing it for you
satisfy
guys.
them all.
No, I know. I'm not doing this for like you certain individuals. It just, what I'm talking about. Like I just like to incorporate everyone's feedback and stuff like that. And this again, like, if you like the way this episode has went along so far, let us know. If you feel like we should just be doing what we've been doing already, let us know. But
we should
we try.
just do this. When we come to something like that, we should do a new new category. I'm using the word category too much. A new segment. There you go. Segment. What would Ant do? Since he don't want to be here. Ask yourself, what would Ant do in that situation?
He would just sit here like this.
He would bubblegum pink. And bro. All right, come on, Ant. Chill.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's
hate
what he'll
when-
do.
Hate when you do that shit. You going through anxiety? No, I'm gonna stop talking to you about it.
Man.
All right. You don't
And
talk
don't
to me
and don't like
anyway.
talking. I think he don't like Jay, to be honest. But I don't
That's because he not in the gym no more. He's gonna drop 145 on his chest now. Crazy.
know. Damn.
That's cool. He'll see it.
Ew, you ugly as shit. Man, let's keep going anxiety. I feel like we're gonna get off track, man.
Anxiety.
Um,
Okay. I mean, one thing I would like to know
Why,
how people.
but why we sitting here like we don't know what to talk about, and we got so much to say?
I don't want to always share my personal experience with anxiety. That's why I feel like a guest would be great. But
No, we're
I
gonna
was
get
about to
guests. We're
say
gonna get guests soon, but I mean, we can still talk about that stuff. People again, and some people even told us they just like hearing us talk about the most random stuff because we have good input on certain information that we have. You know what I'm talking about?
it's because
kinda explain it
it's a hard topic for people to speak about. You don't really see people open up about it. So that's what I guess people can appreciate the most, and that's what makes it pretty rare. And I like it. So
Make what pretty rare?
the conversation, the topic, mental health. It's like
Oh, I thought you were
it's
talking about
like
making anxiety rare. I'm like,
no,
bro,
it's
what
like
the
a needle in a
heck?
haystack. People don't really speak about things like this. You have your ASMR, which I think is pretty cool.
And-
You have your influencers, and then you have two bum guys like us talking about mental health.
But it's crazy you said that though, because some people will try to deny their anxiety stuff because, like you
You're too
said,
cool for
sometimes it'll turn into anger for you.
Yeah, it
So I
does.
feel like
I just get mad at myself in general, I don't know why. I just get upset, and then I tell myself stop doing that shit. And,
no, because I'm going to somewhere where I'm going to a direction different than that. I'm going more towards. Some people could have an anxiety type of episode going on, and when you talk to them about it, they'll get angry in a way like, "Yo, shut the fuck up! Like you don't know me. You don't know what I'm going through. Like
Right,
I'm not fucking going
pushing
through
their
anxiety. I'm
buttons.
not scared of nothing. Like that's the first thing people think. You know what I'm talking about? Like
well, it's more how can you say it's more it happens more with men, because remember men got to be so tough and strong.
oh, I
with,
guess
with
I
that
mean,
part. Like with women, you probably certain women, yeah, but I think that part right there targets more of a man saying, "The fuck you know about me? Like I ain't going through shit. I know what I'm doing, or you don't know what I'm going through."
yeah, but I mean, yeah. Again, I guess it's more of a man thing, but I was more in a way like instead of them trying to talk their way or talk to someone about the anxiety they're going through, they make it like in a way like I'm gonna fight this. You know, what I'm talking about like I'm not scared of nothing. I'm not scared of nobody.
Nah, I
like,
don't look at it like that. I get mad and different. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. You're different in that way. That's why I took the other direction to talk about because
Yeah,
you can talk about
some
more
people
the
will.
anger that you go through with it, but other people go through anger where like if you try to talk to them, now they're gonna try to fight you because in a way you be like, yo, it's cool, like you have anxiety right now, and they're like, yo, I'm not no type bitch, like what you talking about, like you know, talking about like it's some people like that because
Fuck you know about.
yeah, we witnessed that from a few people sometimes, and it's like they. And I guess what you call it, the stigma.
Stigma.
The-
Yeah,
yeah,
stigma men have on them.
Yeah,
About a society puts on them.
about the anxiety. When you have
mental
anxiety,
health in general,
then
I
you're
guess.
a bitch.
Anxiety,
you're scared now.
depression,
So it's like,
all of that.
like no, and it's not even like that. You know, I mean, like I said, I categorize my anxieties differently. Like it's different levels to mine. It's small, medium, large.
Big.
No, you said you want me to call it large.
Yeah, you gotta stop burping.
So
It's like
yeah. So I feel
scary.
like it's stuff like that. Like anxiety doesn't always mean that you're scared. I mean, anxiety. To
Just-
me, I feel like anxiety can be when you're happy too. Like you're super excited about something, right?
That's a
That-
big one, cause I feel like the days when I get too happy, something bad about it happen. Like my shit's
Yo,
gonna come
that is
crashing. I
I'm
know
so
something.
glad you brought that up.
I'm like,
Go ahead,
yo,
talk your shit. Talk your
no,
shit, man.
it's like, for one, calm down. You too fucking happy. For two, bitch, I got something for you. Come and watch this. And boom, I get an uppercut, and it's just like, damn. Now it just all went away, and it just happened from the regular joy life. I feel like I could never deserve to fully be happy, and it's fucked up. Like, and it's sad. Like people, I believe everybody should be happy, but I feel like the anxiety would creep out of nowhere when I know I'm having too much of a good time. It could just be from a normal day or just too calm, too happy, or too chill. And something comes and knock it down like boom, bad. And I guess that falls into with depression too. But it starts off as a good thing, leads to anxiety. Anxiety would trickle down to depression, and just, I guess, I don't know. I'm pretty sure people could relate to that. Like, I know you just said, yeah, boom.
Yeah,
I felt that.
yeah, I did feel that. But
Like, don't laugh now, cry later. It's coming.
yeah. That's exactly what it is. Laugh
You
now,
don't
cry
know-
later
you
type.
don't
That's
know
what I
what
feel. That's what I feel. That's when my anxiety triggers that way. That's what I feel. I feel like, man, it's just, I could go through so much right now about that. I just, you know, I don't want to keep going though. I want to just kind of tone it down. I feel like we kind of messed up. We should have talked about that earlier. But again, like we said, you know, stuff like this
we'll come back to
it just comes up, you know. And I feel like what he just brought up, I feel like I could go for a good 15 minutes talking to
I
you guys
think
about
from
that.
now on, like an episode, we're just gonna put what happened to men, mental health take 20. Everything's gonna be all.
No,
mental health
like I
episode.
explained earlier, man. We're gonna touch back on certain stuff, and there's gonna be episode, for example, episode 20,
Man, I
part
think we-
2 of whatever we spoke about. Like,
and
and
reiterated in it a lot. so
yeah,
that's
man.
cool,
And at that point, I feel like more people will talk to us about what we spoke about. So now we got different information, different inputs, you know, stuff like that, different feedback. So, and again, at that point, we're kind of having guests because we want you guys to hear other people's input too, not just ours.
Absolutely, yeah.
We want
see how
other
they're. You see
What other people
their
go
mental
through.
health. We just
Yeah.
guess would be more of, I guess, like an interview kind of.
We don't want to bore you with our dumb shit. So, like you said, which I don't think is dumb. I think we're doing a good thing here. Yeah, man. But like we said, it's like we said, we could just talk forever about this. But I don't know, man. I feel like this is definitely one of the episodes we're gonna have a part 2 for again because
Part 2, 3, 4, 5.
yeah,
This is about to be
And
like
it's just mental
this is gonna be
health.
like
It's
Fast and Furious.
yeah.
But
We're gonna have Vin Diesel one day with us, and ask us how to make it a tweakle.
Bad family. Wait, what's the slogan?
No, he said
You
your,
fucked up.
no, he's no. I got you right now. He said, "Your brother never told you never talk about another man's family."
Not that one.
Tell me that wasn't tough when he said that in that
It's
scene
not-
right there.
It's not that one.
That scene was fire though.
It's when he always talks about his family. I'm saying.
He was like, "Nothing matters more than the people in this room right now."
I don't think he even said that. And I
He
watched it
did. That
more.
was fire.
That's why the Rock whooped his ass.
You're crazy. He whooped on the Rock. I think they fought twice. He whooped on them both times.
Okay.
You didn't even know what you're talking about no more. He only watched Fast and Furious 1. He didn't even know the other one.
Crazy.
You don't know nothing. I'll never talk about Vin Diesel again.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's wrapping it up for this.
He want to go to sleep, yeah. He trying to rap, but he want to go to sleep, man.
No, it's not that. I feel like it's gonna be if we get into more topic. I mean, another discussion where they could take like another half an hour. I'm trying to be fair to our audience, and I really want to respect how they believe that sometimes it is a little too long.
Yeah,
I know
again,
some
this
people's
is
cool with it.
this is
and
just
I
a
don't want
trial
people.
run.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a trial run to see what people think about it. That's why we kind of was all over the place today because we want you guys. We want to be more comfortable with ourselves.
Today, I'll apologize if it is different. I feel like it's different. I feel like I didn't do a great job, and that's only because today is we both worked today crazy hours. It wasn't our off days, and we're doing it in the evening, which is way different.
It feels better though, to be honest. Later in the day than in the morning.
I feel a little anxious. It's definitely a different day. Of course, it's a different.
Because I feel you just said it. You feel like you didn't do a good job, so now you're gonna have anxiety over it. But I mean, I think we did good, man. Like I
can
said,
handle
we're
it.
not professionals, man. We do this. It's coming from our heart. Everything we're saying is coming from our heart.
Mm-hmm.
Just know that. I mean, again, the feedback. So whoever's like behind the screen right now and just talking shit, like give us the feedback on it, man. We're not gonna get angry with you. Like we need to know what you're thinking. We really do need to know what you're thinking. So
Man,
let
we
us
appreciate
know,
the people
man.
that are commenting. It's one person, one of our close friends is commenting all the
Yeah,
time.
and the comments
he's
are-
actually putting some of his personal experience in.
yeah.
Thank you for that because
Yeah.
hey, I'm looking at you in a different way now.
Yeah, and this is
I'm more and I mean that positive. Like for you to open up about that, you're stronger than what you may think. So
yeah, this is amazing, man. And again, we want to thank everybody that's giving us the feedback. 100% is
everybody
appreciated.
who's watching,
Like as soon as the comment comes up, I send them the screenshot. Like we're happy about it. We talk about it. Like we love that, man. We're building this for us. We're not building this for us. We're building this for us. You understand? So it's like there's
What?
a community here.
you said we building
We're not
this for us.
building this
We're
for
not building
us. We're building this
It's
for us. That's
the,
a bar.
That's the family.
That's a bar.
part
Put it on the
of-
wall.
Of Vin Diesel. I don't know my walls. are
Put it on the
wicked.
wall. That's a bar. But anyway, man, thank you guys so much. Thank you.
What
we'll
you
be
gonna
back.
leave, you gonna supposed to leave them with something? We leave them with something every episode.
No, 100%. I just want to say thank you.
You
though.
said we'll be back. That's what you left them with.
Tomb Raider. I never watched the movie, but Tomb Raider.
So what would you leave your audience with today? I'm gonna go back to the segment. What would Ant do?
I want to leave them with going back to anxiety. Let's go back to anxiety. Don't think anxiety is a way of thinking what you're going through is a bad thing. Don't think that, because I feel like when people mention the word anxiety, there's a lot of negative towards that word. But I want you guys to know, like, anxiety doesn't always have to be you're going through something bad. You can make it a good thing. Depends how you do it. Just, if it's too bad, then you talk to someone. But besides that, don't think of anxiety too negatively. That's what I wanted to let them know.
All right, piggyback off of it a little bit. Anxiety is one of your emotions. Be in touch with your emotions. Once you feel it, or if you don't really know what it I guess, can diagnose it yourself yet, or you're getting to the stage where you could, just know it's part of you. There's nothing wrong with it, like he's saying. It may trigger other things, and that's perfectly fine too. Just work on it. Work on it. Always try to improve yourself to be better. And don't be afraid. Like I was saying, when I get anxious or anxiety, don't be afraid to step out your comfort zone and do what you gotta do. Take care of business. Because you can get stuck somewhere in life just because you want to be comfortable and you're afraid of the anxiety. Like I said, anxiety can anger me, and also anxiety makes me feel afraid. And it's much more to it, but let's just leave it with that, guys. So thank you for watching What Happened to Men podcast. I just put a sticker on one of the Dunkin' Donuts, so shout out Dunkin' Donuts. Anybody pass by there in Jersey, go scan that barcode, like, subscribe, share. Do what you gotta do.
All right, guys. Thank you, man. Peace out.